Hello, 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 my friends, and welcome to my. I am so excited. Hopefully, my internet holds up. I've been having some glitchy, slow internet here today, so hopefully things kind of work out. It was a little slow transitioning, but welcome. I'm super excited to be a guest here today, and thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Kendra, for having me on this live stream. I am so excited to do these bonus principles. I have to tell you, I recently downloaded every single month of last year and I've been working through some of them and am having a blast. And Lynn and I were on the same page. I actually am doing January 2025 for my bonus printables, and they are gorgeous. So hopefully, I'm going to just check and make sure you guys can hear me. If I can get something in the chat, I'm just looking on my phone that you can hear me. I'm going to turn up my phone here really quick. Just I got sound. So making sure everything works. I'm going to just get started because I am incredibly ambitious and we're going to try to knock out 4 cards for you today. And I think they're going to work out great. I got a little extra, so I did some stamping and we're going to do some gems and different things and glam these cards up. Before I head down, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Would love to have you guys follow me here on YouTube and Instagram as well. Would love to have you part of Manly Made Minute. Let's go down. I got 4 cards to knock out, and let's give this a shot. All right, before I really get started, I want to just show you really quick, and I think I got slow internet, so we may not show you. Give me a second to get the camera down. There we go. It's slow, so we're not going to show you the 15 sketches. Lynn showed you all 15 sketches. Shot. They are really fun. These bonus printables make it so easy to knock out cards and give you some inspiration, right, to start with. So, as she said, these are all 24 of the designs. I'm going to just flip through this a little really quick to show you the paper because this January 2025 is absolutely gorgeous paper. I will tell you, I actually had mine printed off on 80-pound cardstock. I did pay for it, and it was so worth it because it just really makes these papers so nice. I got a nice semi-gloss kind of finish on them, and it was so worth it. This is the one that Lynn used, obviously. Absolutely pretty paper. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. Okay, let's just get started. I am going to start with sketch number 3, and if it pops up there, I'm going to throw that up on the screen. Everything's a little slow to catch up with me here this evening. There it is. All right. Sketch number 3. I'm trying to watch the chat here just a little bit too, but I may not catch all the chat. I apologize. It's on my phone, and I'm going to try to knock out all of these for you. All right. Sketch number 3. That gray and the white is your liberty to do what you want. I actually took the black striped from the bonus printables as my gray piece. My white piece, I just took leftover pink ink off of my brush, and just gave it a light pink finish. Then I used the Simon Hurley background stamp, and I embossed it with the rose gold from Brutus Monroe, just to give this a little background, a little extra on that white piece. All right, so let's just glue that on. And then I used the 2 different papers for my pink and blue portions there. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Stamper Girl. Hello, Lynn and Kristen, Kendra. Thank you guys for stopping in. I so much appreciate it, and I'm just thrilled to be doing this. And I know Lynn talked about the benefits of the Patreon site, and so be sure to go and hit the links and check out the site to become a member, because these bonus printables alone are well worth it. All right, I took the beautiful pink and then these leaves as my first paper. And these do not have a frame, I call them a frame or a mat to them. You can see that there is no gray or black around these pieces on that sketch, so you're not going to add the matting to these. These ones go on just right from cutting it. Hello, Tara. Welcome, you guys. Better late than never. You're here. That's all that counts, right? You are here, my friend. And I just try to make sure, I start with one corner and then I just try to make sure that my borders are even all the way around. My little thing I got upside down here to surprise you with. I wanted this muted a little bit because I've got a nice little pop of something I'm going to pop on top as that gray section that gives you the dimensions, but it also says any shape. This is one where I just took the liberty to do what I wanted with that any shape piece. All right, I'm lining up here and I'm lining up here so I can keep my borders even there. Hey, Mr. Olson from Georgia. That is my partner, everyone. Say hello. He is watching from Georgia, so I'm here in Minnesota at the moment. All right. Line that up. I took this January Printables. To me, this really spoke New Year's and celebration, and I have a velour maroon jacket, and so it kind of matched that, and that's what made me think of this whole celebration kind of thing. And so I did this whole Let's Celebrate theme for all. From Pink Fresh, I used this whimsical blooms stamp set and stencils to color them in. It comes with the stencils and dies to cut them. The Let's Celebrate is from Simon Says Stamp. And then I also used some eucalyptus and some leafy branches from Simon Says as some cutouts to add some texture. I love texture and I love the dimension on my cards. All right, now I did the blooms. So I used two of the blooms and stacked them. So I got a little dimension on my stack. All right. And I do want to pop the. I put these up on dimensionals. I'm gonna pop up my sentiment. So I'm gonna just glue this straight down. And center this onto my card. Then I'm going to take my Let's Celebrate. Now my Let's Celebrate, I embossed this in that rose gold as well from Brutus Monroe. This rose gold is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of my favorite embossing, besides gold, obviously, because we can't live without a gold, right? Thank you, everyone. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Empty Crafter. Welcome from Wisconsin. I know, we are freezing cold up here right now, you guys. So I have been hunkered down in my apartment today in sweatpants and chilling out, prepping for this. It was too cold to go out. I'm out of laundry detergent, and I'm like, I am not going out of the house. All right. Little dimension on this. I don't want to cover up my whole, some leaves peeking out, and then tie that together. Let me get that a little bit more centered there by just overlapping it a little bit onto my flowers. All right. Sketch number 3. I can still see the sketch, so this still counts. I've got my pieces behind here, I've got my layers, and then I've got my any shape, and I've just added a sentiment on it as well. So this is sketch number 3. Now we are going to go to sketch number 4. grab this one. Sketch number 4, we've got white on this again, right? So white is your artist freedom to do what you want. And the gray. So for my gray, I'm using some DSP. I normally do black or gray or something, but I'm like, it's still fun to use up some of this bonus printables. And so I'm going for the bonus printable here on this one. And then I am taking that stamp set, and I stamped it in one corner, I stamped it in the other corner, and then I used the stencils to color in these whimsical blooms. Are these not gorgeous little blooms? I am telling you, these are so, so pretty. And I did some pinks and some purples and greens to kind of match the theme of this paper. And I know this is going to get covered, but I wanted a little texture kind of popping through on my cutouts that I did. So we're going to just glue this one down. And then on this one, I am going to add just a little bit of bling and some embellishment as well. Because it's New Year's and we're going to celebrate and we just need some bling, right? Hey, Shanna, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now, even though I'm using the bonus printable, I still have the color. I still have just a little bit of pattern that's peeking through, right? And it's just fun to use these as backgrounds. And if you are a saver, like I tend to be, I just didn't for the video, you can always cut this out and use the cutout for like a die cut the center out and use that for something else. I did not do that today, though. Okay. Now we are going to take, and my little bees are the shorties on the end, so I'm going to just space those out first. Then I'm going to stack over top of that as I come inward. And I'm going to use these as my outside guide for this sketch. And I'm going to come in just a little bit because I need enough that I can overlap these. So I'm starting by gluing these down. And I'm going to go every other one glued, and I'm going to go every other one on some dimensionals. If you've watched me before, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you guys, get you in closer. If you've watched me before, you know I love my dimensionals. You know I love texture. All right, now paper A goes here and here. So my top 3 are going to have the dimensionals, the biggies. Yes, Delise. But it is cold there too. It's been raining quite a bit. I mean, it's cold for Georgia, but it is not as cold as it is here. I could say that much. I was away from Minnesota for 4 years, came back for a job again, and I am having to adjust. I need to go out and buy my all right, dimensionals and just overlap slightly. I think this stack of paper is in my top 3 that I have used so far. I love the patterns on these. Okay, now I've got my little skinny minis from B that we're going to glue down and tuck in there. Now, the bonus printables for January 2025, it came with the 24 sheets, but now a lot of the newer ones are going to come with a 6x6, and then she's got like sentiments and little ephemera and different things that you can cut out, and those are crazy fun. Crazy fun. And I like having the options of like, this was a full-on all 8x10s and 24 pages, but it is fun to get the ephemera pieces and stuff in there too. So I like the fact that Kendra varies the packages. Lala, good morning. I think Lala is last, you all, from Mommy Guide, who just popped into the chat. So hang tight. My video will redirect to Tracy, my wonderful friend Tracy. She's amazing, as is everybody on this team. And it'll redirect to her. And Lala is last in our stream today. And you're going to love her. Talk about a bubble of energy. And she does such fun stuff. And her videos are fun. She does fun stuff with her videos. So you guys got to hang out till the end and see her. Okay, there's my pattern. And now I just did a sentiment. I'm just going to do a sentiment right there. I'm going to keep it simple. And I'm just going to glue this sentiment down. I did not add leaves to this or anything. I could have. But I thought there's enough pattern on here and enough craziness going on between this and then the patterns. I didn't need to add more. Let me make sure that's straight. But we are going to add a little bit of some bling. And I thought this one would be fun to add some sparkle. And I'm just using some very simple gems for my sparkle. I get it to pick up here. Come on. One. We're going to add 3 onto this. Yeah, I figured this is a great sentiment, Shanna, right, for New Year's. To send to somebody and just invite them over to celebrate for New Year's kind of thing, because this whole pack of paper just was giving me the vibe of like a very ritzy kind of New Year's party. Okay, sketch number 4. And now we're going to move on to sketch number 5. And this one I just left a little bit of work to do on this one. Easy peasy on this one though, right? So my gray background, I used some of that pattern paper again. Nice black, kind of classic with a little pinstripe on it. My white, I am going to just do a little bit of stenciling on this one. And I wanted to use some pink and black because just to match this card. Just load up, and I'm not worried about it being even as much as I am just giving me some pattern and texture in the background. This ink does settle just a little bit anyway. Okay. 11 minutes. Can I knock out these last 2 cards in 11 minutes? Yes. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of black just to give me some matchy-matchy is what I'm going for on this. Again, this is my white portion of that sketch that I get. Oh, that's pretty. It's got that licoricey kind of feel, doesn't it? That white piece is at my liberty. So I just can't slap down a white piece of paper for some reason. I gotta be extra. I always gotta be extra. Ask anybody that knows me; they're gonna tell you I always gotta be extra. And hopefully Scott just keeps his little mouth shut in the chat on that comment, because he will probably add to that. All right, here is that. Now I have these 2 pieces for my pattern paper. Okay, I'm going to glue these down, no dimensional, surprise, surprise. So we got one here, and we've got one in the opposite corner. Okay. Of course, this one's got to be popped up. So now that middle one, I did my little matte layer, and then the white layer, I just like to take the same stamp and the same theme and try to see how many different ways I can use it, especially on these sketches, because it's easy just to grab something and then make a theme, and then how many different ways can I use it. And so on this one, I just took and stamped a portion of it, and you'll see here if I get this off. And then stenciled it. So I used the same stamp, but just did a little corner piece of it and still stenciled it. And hang on. That was not glued on. I thought I'd prepped that one and glued that on. So let me get that on there. I could feel like it was loose, and I was like, something's not right. All right, I'm gonna go actually, I think, on this side. No, actually, I'm gonna go this way, so it's a little bit more even on the card. Okay. I gotta pull that up to see if it's even. Oh yeah, that looks even. That's your card. However, I'm just gonna add a little sentiment to that. I wonder if I should go. I actually kind of like it a little overhang. I feel like that covers it up too much, and I like a little bit of space because we're going to add my gems in there. So I'm going to add a little bit of dimensional right to that little bottom portion. Like so. The sentiment is from Simon Says Stamp. I just saw that quick in the chat. I'm not watching the chat too close, you all, so I apologize. I'm trying to get these out here for you. All right, throw that down. Like so. And then I like, these are just little black shiny gems from Brutus Monroe, these little crystals. And so we're gonna just do 1, 2, 3, and add those right onto there. Oh my gosh, this one is so pretty. And I think I got that a little crooked. All right, sketch number 5. All right, one more. We've got 6 minutes, and we can do this. I'm gonna do sketch number 8. And I know Lynn did this one as well. All right, I'm using black for that gray. Then that next portion up for the At Liberty dark gray, I'm using some of the pattern paper. I like this one because I like having that larger frame of black. I like that. Then I'm using another pattern paper, which was that F on there, the orange. And I went simple on this because of everything I'm adding over top of it. So I didn't have too crazy of a background going on. So I just got a little peek of color on that for that pattern paper with my pattern paper that was part of the sketch. Then you've got your pieces here for your banners. I have to say thank you all for hanging with me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Barbara. I'm just checking chat here really quick. Hey, Luann. Welcome. Reagan. Welcome, you guys. I would appreciate a thumbs up on this video. This has been so fun to be a part of this hop. I have been designing for the team. I just have not done any live stream hops. We've got a team of people that do that portion of it. I do the videos and other things, so it's been kind of fun to be asked to guest on this one. All right. And on my round piece, I did do actually a round piece rather than any shape. So I kept it round, and I did take, you can see, I took that same stamp set, and then this time, rather than coloring it with the stencils, I just stamped it in pink to match. So I was just looking to do a matchy-matchy of this overall card. I gotta make sure these are straight. I'm looking at this at an angle, like so. And then I just took a little bit of a die cut that we're just gonna we're gonna pop right behind that. So we're just gonna throw down a little bit like so. And we're gonna pop that piece up. And then this will complete sketch number 8. And then I'm going to add my Let's Celebrate, and we're going to add some bling to this one. I just like adding these little extras onto these because I feel like it just helps kind of finish that off, right? And what's wrong with a little extra, in my opinion? Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Now, be sure to hang out. This is going to take you in 2 minutes. This is going to take you over to Tracy, Yvette, and then Lala at the end. And you've all got to stay to the end and see Lala and Yvette. These two are so good. And Tracy does such fun stuff. All right, and now I'm just going to take some Altenew embellishments, and we're just going to add a couple of these, keeping a nice muted pinky kind of tone on this. Do you guys like this one? And we're going to go right up in there. And let's just go another big one. Hopefully this gives you guys some inspiration on these printables and these sketches. And speaking of sketches, I watched the beginning with Kendra, and you guys that have participated, oh my gosh, amazing cards, you guys. Such amazing cards. All right, here you go. Sketch number 8. Then we had this one. And then we had this one. And then we had this one. I'm going to go back up here to my face cam. So very much. I hope this inspires you to be a Patreon member. Download these printables because there's some amazing printables, I have to tell you. And then get involved in Kendra's card challenge. And if you have not done one, you got to do your first one. You're going to get hooked, and they're really fun. I go back to these, and I'm actually making some of these for Christmas cards. So I'm using some of the sketches and making Christmas cards out of them this year. So thank you all so much. Hang tight. This is going to redirect you over to Tracy. And again, thank you all. Bye-bye.